I'm about to eat at sit-down restaurants that I've never been to for 4 days.
There's nothing more magical than sit-down chain restaurants. Nothing. There's nothing like walking into a Chili's and feeling your corneas tingle from the fajita smoke in the air. You hear someone say, "Welcome to Chili's!" And you're like, I can't open my eyes right now, but I can feel your love. Or going to Red Lobster and getting pinched by a lobster claw while you're eating. It might be painful, but at least you're being held. Take the wins where you can, sweetheart. Or going to a TGI Fridays and knowing it's a Monday, but going anyway. Now imagine going to a sit-down chain restaurant that you've never been to. You're feeling fear, confusion, panic, and not even at the disco, just panic by itself. Well, that's what we're experiencing today, girlies. I'm gonna be eating at sit-down restaurants I've never been to for 4 days. And I'm sitting down because sit-down restaurants. Do you get it? Or do I have to spell it out for you? SITDOWNRESTAURANTS. I was homeschooled and I ate that. I did this challenge last month with fast food restaurants and I only got diarrhea 1 time. So I think it went well. We're gonna be eating at 2 restaurants a day, 1 for brunch and 1 for dinner. So that's 8 restaurants overall. Of course, I'm gonna taste test everything and give you my honest opinions, brutally honest opinions. Because if I can't be honest in a Bonefish Grill, then where else can I be honest, huh? Nowhere. Yes, we are gonna be eating at a Bonefish Grill. Never been there. Sounds stinky and rotted. And then we're also eating at Macaroni Grill, exciting. Bahama Breeze. Ooh, island food. I am half Cuban, so I'm gonna walk in there and say, "Mi familia!" Yard House, Cheddar Scratch Kitchen, World of Beer. I've heard about this place. Legend says it's where the men hang out. They party with other men. They say, men, 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 men. Whoa, my wife doesn't know I come here, surrounded by zaddies. It's probably not gonna be anything like that, but a man can dream. We are also eating at Bob Evans, and last but not least, we're eating at Sonny's Barbecue. I'm so glad that sons out there have a restaurant named after them, but what about the daughters? Life is unfair. You're making Sarah Paulson cry. Oh, God. Okay, girl, it's not that serious, my God. Anyways, give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it and you're excited for it. It's the easiest way to support little old me and my whole dainty career. Also, subscribe to see a lot more really cool moves like that one. And also, I make a lot of food content. So if you like food, me and Big Mama, my belly, are here to take care of you. Huh? Is that how a horse feels when it goes? I think it's the same feeling probably. Horses out there, let me know. Day 1, girlies, we're here at Cheddar's. I know that Gouda and Münster and Brie and Larson are all very popular cheeses, but do any of them have a restaurant named after them? I don't think so. I'm excited to eat here. I've always passed by, I thought to myself, am I craving cheese? Not really. So I've never come here, but today is the day. But I also just want to talk about the fact that lactose intolerant people, this is a place that was not made for them, you know? So I want to raise awareness on that and also call it out. Cheddar's, you're wrong.
If I was a mouse that somehow became a human magically, this would be my favorite restaurant. The outside is made of bricks, probably to keep the mice out. And the inside was super cute. They still had a tree. Just leave it till next Christmas. It's fine. And they also had some random fish that you can probably order. Who knows? And this fan, which was so abstract and so out of the ordinary that my basic human brain was like, is that even a fan? Is it even making the airflow? Who knows? This is the menu. Pause if you'd like. They have a lot of different items and the prices are not bad at all, actually.
Oh, this lighting, it's next level. It really accentuates the grease pouring out of my pores, and I think that's my best feature. So I'm here for it, guys. The vibe of this place is great. I really like it. I love the moving sticks that are supposed to be fans. It gives it this kind of like arts and crafts feel that I really like. It also kind of feels like a Longhorn Steakhouse, but instead it's like long cheese. It's like string cheese steakhouse. I'm so excited to be here. The waitress is so nice. And I got a lot of different food options. I'm not getting dessert because you girlies know that I'm skipping dessert during lunch now. I'm trying to find more balance, but I got a lot of sides. I got 4 sides, a soup, a salad, and an entree. Is that crazy? It kind of makes the dessert thing not make any sense, right? It's fine. It makes sense in my delusion, and that's all that matters.
For the first half of my meal, I got this free honey butter croissant. I also got the house salad and the baked potato soup as well with a mountain of bacon.
The food looks so good. I got a honey butter croissant for free. I can't think of a restaurant that gives out bread for free. Not one. And side note, I am getting a lot of food throughout all the meals probably, but I am taking all of it home. So don't worry, it won't go to waste. Let's try this honey butter croissant. It's hot, it's hot. Ooh. It's croissant. Je m'appelle. Turn off the camera, je m'appelle. Oh my gosh, that was so good. That's like the best croissant I've ever had.
What was that accent? I said, that was the best croissant ever, huh?
Yes, thank you. It really was. I didn't lie. I've never had anything like it. When I tell you the croissant is flaky, but it's also doughy at the same time. It's remarkable. It's a new discovery in science. And the flavor is just so extremely buttery. You think you've had a buttery croissant, but no ma'am, your croissant has not been buttered like this one. Mine has. And then the honey butter is more butter than honey, which I'm happy about because I don't really love a strong honey flavor. But this is the perfect balance of sweetness and salty butteriness. Incredible, 10 out of 10. What a great start to the video. It's gonna be the best week of my life. Next up, let's try the baked potato soup. Now, I'm impressed by the amount of crispy bacon on this. This doesn't look like gooey bacon. It looks like fresh bacon that's been cooked and crumbled. And that's what I like to see in this industry. Ooh, it's thick. Let's see how it tastes. Listen, is it the most flavorful potato soup I've ever had? No, but I'm grateful that it does not taste processed. So many potato soups taste the same. They have that really fake, like smoky ham flavor to them. And while this one does have a smoky ham flavor, it tastes real. And the chunks of potatoes are perfectly tender. It's actually more like a stew. You know, in Little House on the Prairie, in the first episode, when they're struggling trying to build a house, going through the snow, Pa is underwater, Ma is like, Charles, and they eat that beef stew out of the tin plates. I've always wanted a tin plate because of the sound it makes. Oh, perfect. That's amazing.
Wow, thank you so much.
What was I saying about Little House on the Prairie? Tin bowls? Oh yes, I want one. And I don't know why this potato soup had that kind of stew, hearty, metal bowl texture. That just makes me so extremely happy. The actual soup base itself is creamy, but other than that ham flavor, there's not a lot going on. It's very simple. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Okay, next up, guys, we have so much food. Next, we got the house salad. I'm so excited. So this seems to have a lot of cheese. Who would have thought? When I looked at the menu, I was like, there's a surprising lack of cheese on here. I thought I could order a brick of Monterey Jack and call it a day, but apparently you can't do that. Luckily, they do put a lot of cheese on the salad, so I'm really happy about that. There's croutons, cherry tomato, carrots, and some lettuce that looks a little wilted in places, but guess what? It doesn't bother me. I'm gonna eat at rotted Bonefish Grill. This will prep me for that. Okay, so we have the ranch. They had different dressing options, of course, like blue cheese and moldy juice. Oh wait, that is blue cheese, and a few other ones, but of course I chose classic ranch. I always like to say, when I eat a house salad, a house is not a home unless if it's a salad. And I'm gonna say that joke until it becomes iconic and is in pop culture history. So I hope you like it, because it's gonna be around for a long time. And I think this house salad does feel like a home that's missing a few pieces of furniture. I love the lettuce, even though a few pieces looked wilted, it didn't taste wilted, so there's that. It's very crunchy. Love the carrots, also very crunchy. The croutons tasted like bagged croutons from Publix. I love those, more than fresh, to be honest. So I'm happy with that. The cheese added lots of saltiness, and it tasted freshly shredded. I just do feel like it's missing cucumbers and onions. I feel like a good house salad needs all of these elements plus cucumbers and onions. It's just the vibe. So it was lacking a bit of that onion spice. No, I don't think onions are spicy. I'm half Cuban. I can handle a little bit of spice, okay? But I just mean that like oniony zing, you know? That halitosis flavor that we all know and love. And then the cucumber freshness was also missing, but the ranch is very good. It's top tier, sit-down restaurant, fresh tasting ranch. Creamy, mayonnaise-y. I love it. So it's not perfect, but I'm gonna give it a nice strong 7 out of 10.
And for the second half of my meal, I got the chicken pot pie along with a vegetable plate, which is basically 4 sides on a plate. I got broccoli cheddar casserole, red beans and rice, french fries, and these sweet carrots.
Okay, let me explain the plate of sides. They have this deal called a vegetable plate. You get 4 sides on a plate. It doesn't have to only be vegetables. So I don't know why it's called vegetable plate, but I just thought it was a really good kind of like sampler option to really get an essence of the restaurant. And then the pot pie, I got it because I love pot pie. And I did get carrots because you girlies know I struggle with dry eye, so anything to help my eyes, I'm ready to chew on it. But also because I'm trying to incorporate some more vegetables into my diet, along with the grease and the grime. It's a balance of life, you know? And I don't want to brag. I don't want to brag, but I have been working out for the past 3 days. I haven't worked out in years, but I've been doing 30 minutes of cardio every morning. Is it high intensity? No, but it's cardio. And I'm really proud of myself because I feel like I'm the athlete that I was always meant to be. I'm the Olympian that I always wanted to embody. So I just had to update you on that. Anyways, let's first try the fries before they get cold. Oh. Oh. Okay, I love these because they're soggy. And I know that sounds crazy, but I don't love you because you're soggy. You're soggy because I love you. They're like kind of mushy, but in a very salty fried kind of way. But they have crispy edges, so it's a nice balance. They have the classic fry flavor, but also I taste a spritz of lemon. Am I at a tea party in England, Great Britain? That's so interesting. I've never had lemon spritz on my fries, and I really appreciate that. I think it really changes the game a little bit, and it's very subtle, but it's definitely there. And I think they have some parsley on them, so they have that in common with a meatball. I'm gonna give them a nice strong 8 out of 10. Next up, let's try the opposite. Health and wellness, carrot. Ooh, very soft. Okay, I don't really like them, but I ate all my vegetables because that's one of the rules of life. Follow it. I really like the texture. They're not mushy, but they're not crunchy. They're that perfect soft carrot texture. I don't love the flavor. They are sweet, but instead of having a glazed like honey roasted carrot flavor, they taste boiled, and they taste like they were boiled in sugar water. And it reminds me of that scene in The Parent Trap when they give Meredith sugar water instead of bug spray. And she's like, "Where's my Evian?" And then she eats a lizard because she's insane. So I'm gonna have to give those a 4 out of 10. Next up, we got the red beans and rice. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh my goodness. Those are surprisingly flavorful. Listen, as a half cube, I am so used to going to restaurants, ordering beans, and being disappointed. Feeling like this is not my culture, you know? This is watered down, Sonny, you know? I'm just used to them being straight out the can and flavorless. But these beans are very flavorful. They're different than any other beans I've had. They don't really taste Cajun, and they don't really taste Latina. They mostly just taste really salty, and they have like a strong hot sauce flavor, but without the spice. Like it has that kind of hot sauce Tabasco acidicness that I personally love. I put Tabasco on everything, and that's like the main flavor. It's just really tangy, and it has some onions and peppers, which do kind of add a nice difference in texture and flavor. Very simple, but delicious. And then the rice is just typical rice. Rice is rice, right? Pepsi's Pepsi. So I'm gonna have to give those a nice strong 7 out of 10. I think that for restaurant beans and rice, they're pretty good. Very enjoyable. Next up, we got the broccoli and cheddar casserole. A lot of people like to make this for Thanksgiving. I don't. You know, I don't mind this casserole. I've always kind of liked it, but for Thanksgiving, aren't we focused on being thankful and also pumpkin pie? That's a classic. I feel like this isn't a classic. Mashed potatoes and gravy, classic. Broccoli and cheese casserole, future stinky fart. Like a really bad one, but I'm still excited to try it. Oh. I'm getting full, and I haven't even touched my entree yet, so Timmy chill, but that's incredible. I expected this to taste like a Velveeta brick with a broccoli tree sprouting out of it, but it tastes nothing like that. Never judge a broccoli.
How you doing?
Oh, so good so far.
Are you liking your veggies?
Oh my gosh, they're so good. They're all gone.
I know.
Yeah. Thank you. I lied about the veggies. I lied. I guess I'm not gonna be perfect and sinless this year. I was really counting on that. That's fine. This tastes like real fresh mac and cheese sauce. Sharp and tangy and rich. Coated around rice and... What just happened? And it's that simple, but it's fantastic because of the cheese sauce. It's so delicious. My mouth is watering from it. And I have dry eye, so maybe I can like spit some moisture into my eye later. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, okay. Now it's time for the pot pie. I think it's good that I saved it for last because pot pies usually need time to cool down, so. Oh. I'm already seeing one issue, and it's a big one, but I'm very grateful. I think there's only crust on top, and I like my pot pies surrounded by crust. I want the buttery, flaky crisp on all sides of me. Let's see. Hot. girlies, I'm being nosy. There's 2 men at the table next to me, and they're meeting for the first time. And like one of them was like, "You look great, man. It's so nice to meet you finally." Is this the first date? Or is this just my agenda showing? Maybe they're just co-workers. Who knows? Okay, I have thoughts. The crust is great. It might be made from the same croissant, but they just kind of like flattened it and then put it on top. It's very crispy, very fresh, and it has like little layers within the crust itself. I love that. Now, my issue is the filling. It's not that it tastes bad. It has a good chicken soup flavor. Chicken soup for the soul. I'm good for now. I think I'm like super full.
Have dessert.
I don't know if I can.
Carrot cake, fried apple pie.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know if I can fit in.
Here so far.
I mean, yeah, sort of healthy. I'm trying to like balance it out this year. She called me healthy. This really is my year. Yeah, the filling is really soupy. Look how soupy. And so it's hard to like stick to anything. It just kind of drips off of the crust, you know? I have a crumb coming on my lip. The ingredients taste fresh. The veggies taste like nice frozen veggies, and the chicken tastes real, but it just has a chicken broth flavor to it. So I love the crust. I don't love the filling. 4.5 out of 10. But I gotta say, Cheddar's has a lot of good stuff. There's some real standouts here, but there were a few misses. So for my first Cheddar's experience overall, I think I'm gonna give it a nice 6.5. I think that's fair. First meal done, 7 more to go. This is so fun. Oh my gosh, it's so windy. This breeze. Okay, I fought the breeze. It's gone. I got scared. I fought a lot of different entities in my life. The devil ran so fast. He could not handle all of this. Anyways, I'm hungry. Can you tell? Let's go eat. I'm so excited.
I don't know if you could tell by the change in the winds, but we're at Bahama Breeze, okay? So we are gonna be feasting on oxygen, but also on food as well. The whole aesthetic of Bahama Breeze is so colorful and so bright and so pretty. They have these gorgeous chairs out front with a sign that says, "Come in for some happiness." That's my favorite flavor. How did you know? And this is the inside. It did kind of feel like a decorated warehouse, but it was really pretty. And I forgot to film the menu, but I got this black bean soup for my first appetizer. It's called Cuban black bean soup. Ooh.
These fans, I don't think they serve a purpose either, but at least they're pretty. They don't look like toothpicks flying around. I'm looking at you, Cheddars. They look like Swiffer sticks just going in circles. These are gorgeous, painted. And the waitress one's getting so nice. Oh, I always get really nice waitresses. Maybe it's because I'm like a really good person, so they can sense that vibe and they're nice to me too. I don't know. Not to toot my own horn, but that was a sound effect. You don't believe me? I don't blame you. This is a Cuban black bean soup. It's the first of my 2 appetizers. And a lot of you guys know I'm half Cuban. I don't think I mentioned it yet in this video, have I? Either way, I do miss my home island, even though I've never ever been there. And I'm so excited for this. It is my second bean of the day, so tonight's gonna be rough for my nostrils. There's also some sort of sauce on top. Let's see. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, Dios mío, dulce de leche. Oh my gosh, it is so flavorful.
I'm glad.
I love it. Thank you so much. Okay, when I ordered the beef empanadas for my second appetizer, I didn't know they came with 4. Not uno, not dos, not tres, not leche. 4, which is cuatro. That was really good, like shockingly good. That tastes like authentic Cuban black bean. I would like to thank my ancestors for bringing me to this moment right now, literally. And I would also like to thank Desi Arnaz, because he's the only famous Cuban I can think of right now. Oh, no, oh, Ana de Armas. She's so much more talented than her cousin, Ana de Leg. I would like to thank them as well for being Cuban representation alongside myself. The thickness of the bean juice is perfect. Like if it was with rice, it would be a whole meal. It's a little bit creamy, and not just in the sauce on top, like in the beans themselves, they're a bit creamy. They have such a strong garlic flavor. And there's also like a green bell pepper flavor in there as well. And I think I can taste maybe some chicken bouillon, like those little cubes that I've always wanted to chew on, but I think it would be a bit too salty. But they look really delicious, right? I don't like to watch them boil in water. Let me eat them. And then the sauce on top tasted like a garlic mayonnaise. Mixing it together really created such a gorgeous flavor profile, perfectly salty as well. 10 out of 10. I have no complaints. That is a perfect bean.
For my second appetizer, I got the beef empanadas, and they came with 2 sauces and a gorgeous edible arrangement. I'm just kidding. I don't know if the flour is edible.
Oh my goodness. I feel like Moana. I am Moana of Motunui. You will board my boat, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That's real. They gave me a real flower for free. Is it edible? I'm just kidding. It might be, but I'm not taking any risks today. I live on the safe side of life. I'm excited for these beef empanadas. If you don't know what an empanada is, it's kind of like a Hot Pocket if it wasn't trash. But I love Hot Pockets, but only the pepperoni kind. chutney. Cream sauce. Oh my god, I love it. Guys, Bahama Breeze might be my new favorite breeze. I used to really love Febreze, but not anymore. Not anymore. This might be one of the best sit-down restaurant empanadas I've ever had. I'm not joking, it's really good. It tastes like an empanada meets a Jamaican patty meets a samosa. The empanada dough, it's sort of like a classic empanada, but it also has a Jamaican patty kind of dough texture to it. It's a bit more cakey, a tiny bit stretchy, and it's fried to perfection. It actually kind of tastes like Native American fry bread. I grew up in New Mexico and we ate a lot of that, and it kind of reminds me of that too. So it's like so many delicious different cuisines put together. And then the filling has this gorgeous light curry flavor to it, and it's very saucy. There's like little tiny vegetables chopped into it, and it also has a strong cumin flavor, perfectly salty once again, and with the sauces, amazing. The chutney is almost like a jam. It's very sweet, but the cream sauce is almost like a tzatziki Greek yogurt moment. I love it. 10 out of 10 again. Oh my god. You know, this could have ruined my day if it was bad. It could have ruined my life, but it didn't, and I'm very grateful for that.
For my main entree, I got the jerk chicken with a side of asparagus and sweet plantains.
This smells so good. It's piping hot. I love jerk chicken, and this looks like really good jerk chicken, so I'm ready to party. Kristen Wiig, Bridesmaids. There's a colonial woman on the wing of a plane churning butter. She's churning butter on the wing of a plane. So these are called plantain. Right here, these three. Plantain are basically bananas, but like different. They're like a starchier, firmer banana that gets very caramelized when you cook it. And I don't want to upset my fellow half Cubans. I'm sorry to say, I've never loved plantains. There's been a few times that I've been slayed by them, but not often. So I hope I like these. Let's see. Oh. I think my taste buds might be evolving. I might be maturing into the 31-year-old man I was meant to be, because I love those. Those are some of the best I've ever had. This is not sponsored by Bahama Breeze. Those were so perfectly caramelized, extremely crispy on the edges. So crispy, it reminded me of a kettle chip. They were perfectly sweet. They weren't too mushy. Some plantains can be mushy, and they kind of make my uvula tremble. And I start gagging, girl. They were perfect. 10 out of 10. Incredible. Next up, we have asparagus. Okay. Simple. Classic. I'm not gooped for asparagus. I'm not going crazy for it and jumping on the table, but I'm enjoying it. It tastes like a classic grilled asparagus. Crunchy, oily, a little bit charred, with a lot of salt and pepper. I'm not mad at it. It's fine. It's good. 7 out of 10. Now it's time for the jerk chicken. Oh, I'm so excited. Every time I eat jerk chicken, I make a joke about being a jerk. I say, I felt like being mean today. Or I think of something crazy, you know. Today, there's nothing in my heart but positivity and love. So I'm not even gonna joke about being a jerk because it feels too evil for this moment. This is a moment of light and love. That is incredible. I'm not a jerk chicken expert. I don't know as much about jerk chicken as I do plantain, friole, arroz con pollo. But I have had a few different jerk chickens in my lifetime, and this is one of the best. The flavor goes through the chicken into the parts that aren't even covered by the seasoning. I don't know how they do that, but I love science and where it's taking us. The skin is crispy, so full of seasoning, but somehow not too salty. It has that classic kind of cinnamon cumin blend, and the chicken inside is so juicy, even the top. And that's my favorite part. It is just such a satisfying, flavorful chicken dish. What's your favorite dish? I think mine would be a mug because it has a handle and you can like hold it. Another 10 out of 10. What is going on? I'm coming back here.
For my dessert, I got this fiery pineapple butter cake. Literally, it's fiery. Thank you. What do I do with it? Does this go out?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, it's still there.
Okay, it's gone. I'm so excited for this, guys. You know I love any kind of a butter cake or a sour cream cake. Any kind of cake that has dairy as its focal point is where it's at. And this also has pineapple, some ice cream. I'm so excited. You know, we had such a good meal. Let's just not even talk about this. Let's just push down all of our problems. We don't have to ever talk about them. We can just live knowing there's a problem, but just never talking about it. I feel like that's the least toxic way to live. You know what? No. I'm in this relationship because we're honest with each other. We are one unit. I don't love this. The texture of the cake itself is kind of grainy and soggy. There's no real cakiness happening. It's just kind of like sand and water mixed.
How's the butter cake?
It's so good. So good. Thank you. Liar, liar, liar. So I don't like the texture. And then the flavor doesn't really taste like much besides like a rum flavor. That's really it. And also sweetness, of course, but like it's just kind of icky sweet rum cake with a texture that reminds me of exfoliation. Neutrogena. And then the ice cream is fine. It's vanilla ice cream with no vanilla bean, but I guess I had enough beans in the soup earlier, so it's fine. Otherwise, it was a fantastic meal. I will remember the good times, I promise. But I'm gonna have to give this a 3 out of 10. Ouch. Burn, literally. But I'm excited for tomorrow. We're gonna have a great second day. Day 2. Girlies are here, Sonny's barbecue. Hey, y'all. Hey. How y'all doing? Oh, is the car gonna park here? Sorry. Oh, it's a Big Daddy too. Here, let me get out of the way. I feel so awkward. Big Daddy, I'll give you your spot.
I was about to do the hoedown throwdown, which was created by the one and only Hannah, Tennessee, because I'm at Sonny's barbecue, y'all. And the inside aesthetic is sort of like a Firehouse Subs, but like stretched out and bigger. They also had some sauces on the table and some paper towels that looked kind of eco-friendly. I was impressed. And this is the menu. Pause if you'd like. So I got a 4-meat platter. I got some baked beans, some baby back ribs, some chopped brisket, some pulled pork, some smoked turkey. Also some garlic bread and a side of corn nuggets as well.
I'm so excited to be here. The moment I walked in, he was like, 1? And I said, yeah, yes, uno, papi. And he sat me down and they just made me feel like family. Also, there's a sign behind me that says, prepped by the pit, which does have me a little worried. You mean someone's armpit made this? They were like, it's gonna add some extra onion flavor. I'm just kidding, of course, no one's pit made this. A pit is like where you cook the meat. Like it's lingo for like the stove or like the microwave, you know. Are you surprised I know that? Don't stereotype me. Let's try this Texas toast. Wait, was it called Texas? No, sorry, it's called garlic toast. So let's try it, y'all. It's good. It's good. Do I feel like I could make this at home with a piece of Wonder Bread, some I can't believe it's not butter, and some garlic powder? Yes, I do. But that in itself is flavorful and delicious. It just doesn't taste like anything special or like a restaurant. It's more home cooked. And a lot of us prefer that. I do. Sometimes. Once in a while. So I might give it a 5 out of 10. Let's try this smoked turkey. It looks kind of like Oscar Mayer lunch meat, but I don't think it is. I think it's freshly carved. Oh my gosh, the flap. I can't. Okay, let me try it with some of these sauces. We got original. Sizzling. Sweet. Okay, my favorite is this one. It's spicy. It tastes like barbecue sauce and sriracha and tangy hot sauce mixed together. Question, if a turkey tastes like ham because it's so smoked, can it still be thankful? These are the questions that the universe will never answer for us, but we need to find out on our own. Yeah, like I said, it tastes kind of like ham, but good ham. There's not much else going on. It's just a hammy. But the texture, I have to say, I think is a little too smoothly cut. I wish it was more either pulled or like rustic, like cut with a saw, you know, something rustic. Because the thinness and the kind of slight rubberiness did remind me of lunch meat. But I still enjoyed it. I ate it all. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Next up, let's try the pulled pork. Oh, it's totally fine. You can talk or anything. Do not worry about that. It's so good so far.
Okay, I'm glad.
It's so good so far. Thank you so much. Oh, so nice. Okay. Oh, that's so intimidating. That's modifying. That is modifying. What was that? The barbecue demon. I've only heard of it in myth and legend. There is some gooiness happening here, but you know, it's barbecue. It's to be expected. Real men can handle a little bit of blubber. If I was a literal whale, that would be my motto. But other than that, this is fantastic. The flavor of the pork is so rich, and it is greasy, but it feels like natural grease. It's just kind of coating everything, adding a saltiness. It's very tender. There's some little crunchy bits in there as well. So the flavor is 10 out of 10, but overall, I'm gonna have to give it a 7.5. The smell of this place, guys, if you could be here and smell it, you'd be like, nature, the forest, and Old Spice as well. And that reminds me of the time that me and my buddies went camping in the Appalachians. It was just us men out there, and we went out there literally just to barbecue. That was the whole point. We were like, we need to feel alpha again. Let's cook outdoors. You know, and there were so many of us. I think it was a group of 10, and there was so much meat. I was surrounded by meat, and it was one of the best days of my life. My wife Tammy tried to call, but there was no service, luckily, because she would have interrupted. Memories, I could cry. That's not alpha, so we're not going to. Next up, let's try the corn nuggets. Now, these are not dessert. You guys know I don't get dessert for lunch anymore. I keep saying it. But they did put powdered sugar on them. So does it count as a dessert? Who knows? So I'm super hyped. I love any kind of a corn dish, cornbread, cornmeal, corn on the cob, corn that I see in the morning, the day after I eat corn. Let's try it. Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's one of the best things I've ever eaten in my life. I've had corn nuggets in the past from like random places. They've always been dry. These are not. This is basically fried corn pudding. So the inside is like sweet and silky and smooth. It's like cornbread if it was liquefied, but there's chunks of real corn in there too. So there's a nice texture balance, and it's already sweet, but the extra powdered sugar really enhances that. Obviously it's more sugar. What else would it do? Make it saltier? Huh, Smarty? Huh? And then the breading on the outside, I think it's a batter. Tastes like a jalapeno popper. It's not greasy at all. It's incredible. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Okay, let's move the ribs off the brisket. Oh, that's a lot of fat. Wow. You know what Ma Mima used to say? She used to say, if the brisket doesn't have the texture of Crisco, get it out of my face. Exactly, Mima. Listen, I'm happy it's chopped brisket because certain pieces have the blubber, other pieces don't. So we're just gonna aim for the pieces that don't. Like this one right here. Oh, there's still some. It was hiding. Boo. Let's put some sauce. I want some more pulled pork. You know, I've had brisket a lot of times now, and I don't think I've ever been slayed by a brisket. Like, I've enjoyed it at times, but I've never been like, brisket, brisket. Where is it? I need it in my life. I've never said that. It isn't that it's bad. It just really just tastes like smoked beef. Like it tastes like beef with a side of log. And that's fine, especially with sauce. It tastes better. It adds more flavor. But I don't think that the flavor is worth the texture. The pros don't outweigh the cons for me. There's just not a lot going on with it. So I'm gonna have to give it a 3 out of 10. Now I've got the baked beans. I'm excited for these. I love a good baked bean. Let's see. Those are good. Those were definitely made in the pit. It has mainly a ketchup flavor with a little bit of spice, a little bit of smokiness, a strong onion flavor as well, and a hint of hot sauce. There's a hint of spice. What I love about it is that it's not too sweet. A lot of baked beans can be too sweet. You know, Paul goes a little too heavy on the brown sugar sometimes. I say, Paul, the doctor said to watch your sugar levels, and he says, dang, flip it, I don't care. And then I cry. So I like them. I'm gonna give them a nice 7 out of 10. Very good. Not the best ever, but good. Last but not least, we have the baby back ribs. So when I go to these barbecue places, I typically don't get ribs because a lot of the times there are those hammy kind of ribs that I don't like that are like tough. But I saw they had 2 kinds of ribs. They had something St. Louis or something rib, and then they had the baby back. So I was like, baby back sounds more like Chili's or TGI ribs, you know, something that'll fall off the bone a little bit more. So I'm hoping these are them. I'm not sure though. We're about to find out together. I forgot my cowboy hat today. I forgot it. I also forgot my boots. And also some dirt just poofed onto my face to show I've been working. Next time for sure. okay. So they weren't tender at all. In fact, they felt like chewing beef jerky. Luckily, I love beef jerky. It's all I eat when I'm on the road. But the flavor did taste like classic ribs. It was not too ham-y, but in fact, it had a little bit of a bacon flavor. Like the edges of it had this kind of bacon crispiness. And it makes me wonder, is the rib part of the pig next to the bacon loin? Because I think it might be, because they do taste a little bit similar, but it's not tasting like a honey baked ham. There's a big difference between ham and bacon. They taste totally different, at least to me. And the barbecue sauce on it, I think was just maybe original. It was nice and sweet, smoky. I honestly enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, so I had a great time at Sonny's barbecue. You know, if I ever have a son, which I won't, I'm gonna name him Barbecue, because this experience was that amazing. Did you know I didn't know how to swim until I was 13? Did you know I didn't know how to tie my shoes until never? I still don't know how to properly tie them. That's why I have the ones that are, you don't have to tie. And I still don't know how to ride a bike. Why am I saying all this? Because we're at Bonefish Grill. And fun fact, Bonefish Grill was actually named after Nemo's mom. That was crazy. I'll never say that again. I'm so sorry.
This is the Bonefish Grill. As you can see, the logo is very literal. The same way Taco Bell has a big bell on it, this has a big old rotten fish. And even the handle is a fish. It's quite slimy, actually. This is the inside. It looks very simple, but it does feel a bit high-end when you're in there. And there were fishy, oceanic decorations surrounding me. This is the menu. Pause if you'd like. They have a lot of options. And they gave me some free bread with oil and herbs and seasonings.
Am I the only person that brings the free bread towards myself like it's my full meal? I feel like the waiters look at me and they say, pig, glutton. No one has ever said that to me, but that's how I feel about myself. This smells so fresh. And they gave me oil with herbs. Where am I at? Carrabba's? In Sicily? In the countryside? That's how I feel. It scared me. It does taste just like Carrabba's, and that's a compliment. It's so crunchy on the outside. It tastes like it was made in one of those bread makers from the 90s with a little window. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. It looks amazing. I have a whole building of shrimp right in front of me. What was I saying? Oh, yes. It tastes like it was made in a 90s bread maker with a little window on top. Me and my family used to have one, and we only made bread once. But I remember staring at the bread being made. I was like, how is this possible? The future is here. The future is now. And it was the year 2000. Prehistoric at this point. Anyways, it basically just tastes like fresh, plain white bread. It isn't really a sourdough. It's not that tart, you know, but it's perfect. And the oil just tastes kind of like oregano, basil, and honestly kind of like Parmesan cheese a little bit. There's a bit of a sharpness, which I love. So I have to give that a 9 out of 10. Very good.
This is the Bang Bang Shrimp. It's my first appetizer, and it's very golden brown looking. It's very pretty. I love the presentation. They really stacked the shrimps up. It's like a Jenga of shrimp.
I know you're surprised. I know you're thinking to yourself, Timmy, out of all the appetizers, you chose seafood. Mama, am I really gonna come to the Bonefish Grill and not get one fish? I'm a professional taste tester. I have to give the girls what they want, and shrimps are the cutest fishes in the world. And they just so happen to be the tiny little fish that I like the most. They have the least fishy flavor, you know? And I know you're probably commenting, Timmy, shrimp aren't fish. Okay, marine biologist, congratulations on your degree. I don't care. These are the Bang Bang Shrimp, and I got them because my sister's been here before, and she told me, you have to get the Bang Bang Shrimp. They're incredible. And I trust my sister with my life. So I'm really excited to try these. They're just fried shrimp coated in a sauce. Let's see. Well, isn't that just gorgeous? Girlies, I'm noticing that all the waiters here are wearing like purses, like bags. You see that? What are they, catching fish and stowing them away? I love that. It's like part of the uniform. They're like, here's a purse, wear it, put some fish in there, stink up the place. These are fantastic. I think the best thing about them is the texture. The shrimp inside are so tender. They're not rubbery at all. Oh, thank you so much. These are so good, the shrimp. I love it.
A little bit of, what is it called? Skim milk. Oh my god.
Buttermilk?
Buttermilk.
Buttermilk. So it's almost like a fried chicken. I love it. Thank you so much. Buttermilk. Oh my God. I feel like I'm back at Sonny's barbecue. The crunch truly is remarkable. It's not a thick breading. It's such an interesting, dense crunch. It almost reminds me of like a roasted peanut, and I love that. It's so interesting. And flavor-wise, the breading kind of tastes like onion rings, and then the sauce on the outside is mayonnaise-y, but that's what Bang Bang sauce is. It's like a spicy mayo. And I do feel like it needs a little bit more of a tart kick to it, but otherwise it's rich, it's creamy, and it goes so well with the breading. Incredible. 9 out of 10. If it was a tiny bit more tart, it would be a 10.
This is the tomato bisque. I just got a cup of it, and it's my second appetizer.
What's that say? The Prisoner of Love. Why does it say that? Is it like a TLC show? I'd watch that. So I got the tomato bisque. The difference between a bisque and a soup is one is classy and one is trashy. We all know this. So let's try it. We have a little crustacean with it as well. Oh my God. Oh, that has to be one of the best bisques I've ever had. And I've mostly had soup. You know what this tastes like? A really tangy, fresh tomato soup with like tomato chunks in it, mixed with an Alfredo sauce. I know it sounds crazy, but I've drinking Alfredo sauce, so I don't think it's that crazy. But like an Alfredo sauce with a really strong Parmesan flavor. So this is a very sharp and cheesy tomato soup, and creamy and so rich. And that crustacean was like a big crouton. It went so well with that. Incredible. This to me is a 10, a full 10, a full slay. Wow, I think I'm liking it here.
For my entree, I got the chimichurri steak fillet, okay? And I also got 2 sides of Kung Pao Brussels sprouts.
Okay, I know. I got 2 sides of Brussels sprouts. I thought the sides would be small, and I'm really craving Brussels sprouts. I wanted a lot of them. Turns out each side is huge. So I have 2 big bowls of Brussels sprouts, and honestly, I couldn't be happier. But I do feel some tension between us. I feel like something's off, and I know why. I know why, you're just not talking about it. I know that the joke about Nemo's mother offended you. I'm sorry. She's a fictional character, okay? But I know I shouldn't have said it still. She was just trying to protect her caviar. Caviar is expensive, I don't blame her. But I hope we can move past it. Like, I'm sorry. Will you forgive me? You're being so dramatic. Okay, now I'm gaslighting you. I'm sorry. I'm so excited about the Brussels sprouts because these are Kung Pao Brussels sprouts with peanuts in them. You guys don't even know how much I love Brussels sprouts, but I also love Kung Pao chicken. This sounds incredible to me. If it's anything less than spectacular, I'm leaving. I'll leave the money on the table, but I'm leaving. Please be good. Please be good. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so glad I got 2 of them. I should have gotten 4. No one knows how good this is besides the people that have tried it. Those are top 2 best Brussels sprouts I've ever had. I think the other ones, I think they're at Denny's, which is kind of crazy, I know. But Denny's used to be better, I swear. I used to love it. Nowadays, not so much, but they used to have these Brussels sprouts that were charred. They were like honey, sriracha, something. They were fantastic. These, I think, are just as good. The Brussels sprouts themselves are charred to perfection, but they're still a bit crunchy and fresh on the inside, which is the perfect balance for a Brussels. Wait, I want more. Okay, Jimmy, pause. The sauce has sunken into the top layers of leaves and has bestowed its flavor upon it. And the sauce really does taste like Kung Pao chicken sauce. There's a slight chili flavor. It's a little bit sweet, very tangy. My nose is itchy. What is going on? What is there, a fish bone stuck up there? And it's quite a thin sauce, so that's why it's able to really sink into the veggies. Oh, it's like bringing like a special drink to someone. It looked very, very nice. Timmy, stop being distracted. And then the peanuts add a perfect crunch that goes so well with the Brussels sprouts. Just incredible. That's not a 10 out of 10. That is a 10 million out of 200,000 billion. Incredible. Would get again every time I come here. Now we have this chimichurri steak, which I'm so excited about. It looks very nicely cooked. It has tons of chimichurri and some extra chimichurri sauce. Let's try it. What? I swear, if Bonefish Grill is my new favorite restaurant, that's gonna be the plot twist of the century. I thought it would smell rotted. I don't know what the hell they did to this steak. It's either a grass-fed cow that was fed only organic grass made of kale, or it's a cow that was raised in a whole different type of way. Maybe they raised it with the fishes, and that's why it's so happy. It felt like the main star because it was the only different one. It was like, can you moo? And the fish was like, And it was like, exactly. Because something about this steak tastes happier. I think it might be my favorite steak I've ever had. I've always liked steak, but I think I've always been more of a chicken person. Today, I think I just became a steak person. If all steak tasted like this, I would never eat chicken again. I would be a vegetarian, but only against chickens. I just burped in front of someone. I didn't realize. I got too comfortable. It's the most tender medium well steak I've ever had. There was not one bit of cartilage, no nose or ear. There was no fat. There was nothing. It was just pure, lean, tender meat. Charred perfectly, and the chimichurri was so limey and so bright, and it really brought the steak to life, and it was herby. I love growing herbs in my garden. I grow basil, I grow rose and Mary. They're not the same plant. Don't get it twisted. But sometimes they get their vines twisted. It was just true perfection. I'm not even gonna give it a score. I'm not, because it's above getting scored. It's above me as a person.
For my dessert, I got the seasonal cheesecake. So this is not the fall one. I think this is the winter one. And it has whipped cream and fruit on top. Wow, so I guess I'm just a cheesecake topping to you. Is that what I am?
It's a gorgeous big slice. It's apparently New York style cheesecake. So it looks like this. Oh, hey, sweetheart. And it's seasonal. To me, it looks like cherries and lemon zest, which sounds like a fantastic combination. So let's try it. Oh my God. Is Bonefish Grill one of my new favorite restaurants? Who am I? I don't even know who I am. The cheesecake itself is perfection. It has that perfect, dense cheesecake texture, yet somehow it's not too heavy. And the flavor is so cream cheesy, not too sweet. It tastes freshly baked in Manhattan. But the best thing about this is this cherry gambote. It has such a bite to it. It like singed the back of my throat. It's like this really tart lemon cherry juice. And it might have a little bit of a liqueur flavor to it, just slight. It's just so zesty and just powerful. Another 10 out of 10. Bonefish Grill, I love you. Every single bone. Man. It is day 3 and we're here at World of Beer, which also goes by WOB. It's sort of like the network that aired Gilmore Girls, but with an O and less talking as well. I'm so excited. I wore my bowling shirt. Well, it's not a bowling shirt, but it looks like one because I know that the men inside are gonna love it. They love sports and they love balls. Bowling balls strike! Is that one of my future zaddies? How does my hair look? Does it look good? I was thinking like behind the ears. What do you think? Also, it's really cold. There's another cold front coming in, so hopefully these men inside can teach me how to shovel snow, because I've never done it.
This is the World of Beer logo, girly. So as you can see, there's an earth and also a bottle in the center of the logo, which is kind of genius, but also a bit on the nose, or should I say on the planet. This is the inside. As you can see, there's a lot of wood. The whole theme is just wooden, and also there's some barrels as well. And this is the menu. They have a surprising amount of actual food here, which is great.
Okay, so there's not a lot of people in here, but I have gotten a few looks. I think that they're envious of my athletic wear. I don't blame them. I think there's sort of like a alpha complex happening here. I think every man wants to feel. It got very quiet. I think every man wants to feel like they're the top dog. Is that what they say? The top canine Purina monster in the building. And when they see me, they say, "How am I gonna top that?" Girl, there's ways, but we are not going there. That's crazy. My water came in a jar that was probably just used to lay some concrete down on a sidewalk or something. You know, Okay, I'm just gonna wait for my food now. I'm very hungry.
For my 2 entrees, I got the birria quesadilla, which was pretty big. And I also got a cup of their signature chili, which came with all these toppings. How nice.
I'm gonna add some of this cheese. It looks like pepper jack. Ooh, there's onions mixed into the cheese. I love that. Then we're gonna add some sour cream too. Just mix that in a little bit. And the cilantro looks a little dehydrated. It looks kind of like dried oregano. I'm also not a big... What is that? It smells like a tulip. Am I at IKEA? Anyways, I'm not gonna use that. Let's just try the chili. Okay. Do they have a partnership with Hormel? Because this chili tastes like it's from hell. No, it's not that bad. I just really felt like rhyming. It really does taste like canned chili. I have to say, I'm very surprised because I don't think I've ever been to a sit-down restaurant where the chili legit tastes just like Hormel. What's in this? Does it say anything about Hormel on the menu? Signature chili. Girl, who's signature? I don't think a can use a Sharpie. Steak, chorizo, red beans, red chilies with pepper jack cheese, sour cream, onions, and cilantro. What? I'm so confused. Did they run out of real chili? I don't know what's going on, but I swear I don't taste any of that. The meat itself tastes like that kind of gritty despair beef that is typically in canned chili. The beans also taste canned. The sauce tastes canned. There is a tomatoiness, but a canned tomatoiness, a metallic acidicness that really reminds me of Iron Man's armor. I like the toppings. I like the onions. You know, an onion's an onion. Sometimes I bite into them like an apple just because I have free will, but that was only 2 times. It's probably the most disappointing chili I've ever had. 1 out of 10. And you might be thinking, Timmy, you're at a sports bar. You can't expect the world. I'm sorry, when Wendy's chili tastes fresher than this, we got a problem. Because Wendy is known to be the worst farmer in all of America. Wow, you know, maybe I care too much. Men aren't supposed to feel their emotions, right? Maybe I should practice that. Chili's chili, you know, it's fuel for my workouts, that's all. It's a future caca, who cares? Now this is a birria quesadilla. I have more faith in this. You might be asking, Timmy, why do you have faith in it at this point? Because I'm a hopeful person. Thank you so much. I'm gonna dip it into the consomme, which might possibly just be Swanson beef broth. We'll see, who knows at this point. Okay. My straw screamed. It was like, I'm plastic in a world that doesn't want to accept me anymore. You know, when I first bit into it, I was pleasantly surprised that it did taste fresh. So there's that. I think that they put the cheese and the meat into the tortilla and grilled it. By the way, just to protect myself, I don't know if this is Hormel. I don't know if it's canned, okay? It's just what it tasted like to me. I don't want the WOB CEO coming at me because that's a lot of letters. And I was homeschooled, and also he seems very intimidating. He's the man of all men. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so tastes fresh, but the ingredients aren't great. The cheese is very good. It's salty, it's ooey gooey, perfectly melted. The tortilla is nice and crispy. The meat itself does not taste like birria meat. It's not bad though. It tastes like the plainest shredded beef you could possibly get. Real shredded beef, but the plainest. And a lot of you know, in this world of average people, we have to stand out. We have to be unique. And I feel like this meat is just trying to be like everybody else. It's following the crowd. It's seeing its fellow cows and saying, can I graze with you, please? I'm nervous being alone. Accept me. So it's so plain. And then the consomme does taste like salty beef broth. Or as a lot of the Instagram girlies call it, bone broth, because it's good with collagen. They really know what they're talking about. They really do. So I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 10.
For my entree, I got the Chipotle chicken sandwich, which came with a free side. I chose mac and cheese.
Girlies, I've been holding in something this whole meal that I've been really wanting to apologize for. I feel so bad about it. I feel so embarrassed. This morning I was editing the Sonny's barbecue footage and I was having a hoedown throwdown at the same time. And I noticed towards the end of the meal, something appears from within me that I did not want you to see. And that was a little booger, but it was a small booger. It was a booger crumb. Seeing that made me feel very ashamed because I'm typically on top of my boogers. Like I look inside my nostrils every time I film and I say, what's in there? Get out. Before I click record. Anyways, let's try this mac and cheese. It does come with bacon and I think Parmesan Reggiano, which is an interesting choice. I'm very surprised by that. Let's see how it is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Finally, something good. Oh my god, maybe World of Beer isn't completely useless. It has some worth. Let me tell you, the pasta is al dente. I used to know Al. He was so nice. I would say, Mr. Dente, are you a dentist? And he would say, no, I'm a noodle. What am I saying? Who am I? Where am I? The bacon on top is so crunchy, so real, and not greasy at all. And the Parmesan cheese with it kind of gives it a slight like bacon pizza flavor, which I love. And the mac and cheese underneath tastes just like Panera Bread mac and cheese. I don't know if you've had Panera Bread mac and cheese. I know they're known for their yeast, and yeast is known known for bread, beer, and infections, but Panera has another specialty, and it's their mac and cheese. It tastes processed, just like this one, but it has this thick, extremely tart, extremely sharp white cheddar goopy sauce that is so salty and so luscious. And even if it was made in a factory, I don't care. I will eat the robot arms that made it too. And this tastes just like that. It actually also has a little bit of a beer cheese flavor. So I'm not sure if that's part of the theming or something, but I feel very immersed. 10 out of 10. Incredible. Stop it. Stop it. You just want attention. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't look. Not now. Not now. I haven't seen the guys from the forest ever since that experience. Things got a little bit wild and I didn't want to show my face to them ever again. But they're here and oh my God, they're coming to my table. Hey, Edward, can we climb up another tree? I can be your spider monkey. Jake, you're still warm and sort of beautiful. They left. Okay, this is the Chipotle chicken sandwich. Grilled white wheat beer brined chicken, applewood bacon, Swiss cheese, Chipotle sauce, lettuce, tomato, and a brioche bun. Girlie's nosy Timmy is activated once again. There's a family near me, and I think it's like parents meeting their son's girlfriend, and it's really adorable. That's exactly how I felt when my parents met Tammy. They were like, she's a stunner. How'd you get her? And I said, Mama, I have a good heart. This chicken sandwich was enjoyable enough. The chicken is very good. It's a simple grilled chicken patty, but it was not dry, and it did have sort of a slightly blackened, charred flavor to it, but there was not a ton going on, you know? The bacon was the best part. Extremely crispy once again. They have like the best bacon here. They should change the name from World of Beer to World of Bacon. And all the veggies tasted fresh, but the Chipotle sauce just tasted like a really salty mayonnaise. It didn't have much Chipotle flavor, but the bread was very fluffy and nice. So I'm not mad at that. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Even if some of the food was a flop, there were some glimmers of love and sunshine. And that's all I can ask for.
It's really cold. It's dinner time, day 3. I was gonna eat at Macaroni Grill, but it turns out they're closed. And I didn't wear a sweater because I was counting on them having a life-size boiled piece of macaroni that I could wrap around myself to keep me warm, but I can't eat there. So instead we're eating at Uno Papi, which is also an Italian restaurant. So basically, we're still gonna be in Sicily, just in a different countryside. And my hands are literally going numb. Let's go in.
One. I just translated Uno to English. Girlies, it was so cold I had to walk fast.
Check.
This is it. As you can see, the walls are made out of brick, a lot like a brick pizza oven. See, they're really going for the pizza theme. Oh, welcome to Chili's. This is the menu. Of course, they have different types of pizzas, but they also have pastas and sandwiches and burgers and things like that. So for my appetizers, I got the broccoli cheddar soup, and I also got these pizza potato skin things. It's hard to explain.
I'm really liking it here. You know, at first I was disappointed that I couldn't eat a macaroni grill because I was so excited to try the iconic grilled macaroni. Everyone talks about it. They say, oh my God, it's so grilled. But this vibe is really nice. It's kind of like a Chili's, but instead of a spicy pepper, they got a spicy meatball. It's a very cold day, so I had to get a soup. Okay, that might be one of the most basic broccoli cheddar soups I've ever had, but I still really enjoyed it. Whoever said basic was bad, I think basic is best. It's extremely cheesy. I can tell. They went to Wisconsin and they said, give me all the cheddar you have, because this is the most goopy, ooey gooey liquid. There's a lot of good broccoli chunks in there of different sizes. Got some small ones, got some big ones, but no matter what, they're full of fiber and also flatulent creating capabilities. The flavor is also very simple. It tastes like broccoli and cheddar. But it's hearty, it's warm, it's quite delicious. I have no complaints. I'm gonna give it a nice strong 8 out of 10. Come on, uno papi. Let me explain uno papi for the people that don't know. I think I've only told this story maybe once on my channel. It's an inside joke between me and my family and also my conscience, which is a whole different entity. When I was like 15 and me and my family would go to the mall, I was a pig, a lot like I am now. And I would walk around the food court and get all the samples, but I was so greedy that I would go around multiple times. Would I even change my outfit as a disguise? No, I would just go as I was. And I went around like 3 times once. And this lady, I think at like the Latin American little restaurant in the food court said, uno papi. I'm still shaking from it. It changed me forever. It did not change me for good. It changed me for bad. I'm forever embarrassed about it. And now I'm very guarded when it comes to getting samples. Anyways, I'm having a great time at Uno's. Ooh, this is hot. When I saw this appetizer on the menu, I said to myself, that's different. That's innovation. That's something that Tim Cooks would cook up at Apple. This is called pizza skins. So it's like potato skins, but in a pizza. What? The Uno CEO is insane. What does he look like? Let's see. Ooh. Uno Pizzeria CEO. Eric Friedrich. I thought his name would be like Andrea Botticelli, but I guess not. Oh, this is him. What a nice looking man. Exactly my type. Oh wait, what does this have on it? Uno signature deep dish pizza crust. Deep dish. Sounds a lot like me. It's filled with mashed red bliss potatoes and topped with bacon and cheddar, sour cream on the side. Okay, so it's literally a mashed potato pizza. Okay, let's get some sour cream here. Okay, all right. Eric, I admire your creativity. This might have worked in 1902, let me tell you that. They would have never seen anything like it. They would have said, what, did a UFO make that? What's a UFO? But in 2026, it's gotta taste good. You know, there's people out here putting Takis on everything. This isn't gonna cut it, Eric. Let me just start with the positives. Love the crust. It tastes like a chicken pot pie crust, but thicker. Almost like a salty shortbread. But I gotta say, the filling is not it. You know how potato skins are satisfying because they're like really crispy and they have that kind of fry flavor? This tastes like mashed up soggy potatoes with no seasonings whatsoever. Like it really tastes like a plain potato. And I know it's a red bliss potato, but instead of bliss, I'm feeling betrayal. They're forever now red betrayal potatoes. There's no salt, there's no pepper, there's nothing. And I know they probably depended on the cheese for the salt, but it can't carry all that potato. That's a thick layer of potato. And then the bacon is just fine. It's bacon. I don't know what else to say. Oh, thank you so much. Perfect timing.
Would you like any Parmesan cheese?
Sure. Got my pasta. I'm so excited. So yeah, she's so nice. It's not her fault. It's Eric's. I'm gonna have to give it an uno papi. It's not a one. I just felt like saying uno papi. I'm gonna have to give it a tres leche papi. So I'm gonna take it home. Maybe I'll scrape off the potatoes and repurpose the crust as a quiche or something.
For my entree, I got the creamy prosciutto and tomato pasta. It looked really, really good, and I'm really sorry about my attention seeking. I'll get better, I promise.
This smells incredible. It's a vodka pasta, so we might be getting a little bit crazy in the club. But it's not just a vodka pasta. It's like a special one. It has crispy prosciutto sauteed with blistered tomatoes. Ow. Someone didn't wear sunscreen in a vodka sauce. That sounds great. I'm just gonna add a little bit of Parmesan beforehand, just in case. This is a big portion too. Wow. Oh, it's very steamy. And they gave it to me with a spoon. I guess that's the Italian way. Slurp it up. Sorry, I was too hot. I had to put my safety before manners. When have I ever put manners first? I'm a burp monster. Okay, let's go. I gotta say, I love the prosciutto. It tastes like a more tame, crispy pepperoni. And I love pepperonis. You girlies know I've had 60 turkey pepperonis in the past, which don't do that because it gave me the gout. It made my toe inflate to the size of an aardvark. But lesson learned, I didn't have too much prosciutto. You know, I had just enough. The vodka sauce itself is nice. It's a bit tangy. It's creamy. It's a little bit sour. And it's perfectly salty, which is great. That's rare. But I feel like it's missing a bit of tomatoey brightness, like freshness from a tomato. There's a bit of like that acidic bite that is missing. So it's not perfect, but I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna give it a nice 6.8. Uno, papi.
For dessert, I got the deep fried bread pudding bites, and they came with ice cream and a caramel drizzle.
Oh my gosh, I literally want to slam my face into this right now. You girlies know bread pudding is my favorite dessert. And these are crispy bread pudding bites, y'all. Deep fried with a soft center and a perfect crunch on the outside. We'll see about that. Let's go in. That's too good. It's too good. It's too good. Take it away. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like a cinnamon roll with bread pudding, goopy texture on the inside, and a funnel cake type of outside crunch. That is what it's giving. It's so soft on the inside. It's remarkable. It's beautiful. It's a cover girl. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's oil from the deep fryer. And then with the ice cream, it just, oh my God, it all melts together and becomes creamy and gooey and crispy and crunchy and buttery, flaky, crisp John. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. So even if my Uno meal was mediocre, there was Uno item that slayed me. And I have only Uno heart to give it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the last day.
Girlies, it's 30-something degrees in Florida. Do you know how wrong that feels? It doesn't feel right. And to be honest, for us, this is an Arctic freeze. This is a full-on icicle on the eyelash, a situation type, deal type moment. And I'm not handling it well. So of course I wore a sweater. I got this Eras Tour sweater months ago and I have not had the opportunity to wear it yet. It turns out it's hideous. And I did not realize until right now, I look like a big snowman or a snow ma'am. We're at Bob Evans. The parking lot is packed. It's a Sunday morning. Let's go inside and huddle up with the crowd.
Bob Evans kind of looks like a Red Robin, yum. Just a little bit, like the vibe, but on the inside it looks much more like a country home cooked restaurant. You know, every table was packed, but they did have one open for me. And this is the menu. Pause if you'd like. They did have lunch items as well.
So this place is poppin', Bob. You're more popular than I ever thought you could be. I'm happy for you. I'm a little jealous, but jealousy is a sin and I try to be sinless. I was seated right next to the bathroom, like literally right there is the bathroom, which is not a big deal. Someone has to sit in the spot, right? Someone has to take the caca sense. It just so happens that person is me. So I hope that no one gets sent to Koreatown because I'm gonna be in the passenger seat. Oh my gosh, guys, my waiter is so nice. He's the nicest man I've ever met in my life. But I have to say, when I was talking to him, I felt so insecure. I was like, is he looking at my sweater? Is he wondering, why is this 31-year-old man wearing that? He looks terrible, horrible.
I got the country biscuit breakfast with hash browns, and I also got some brioche French toast, but I forgot to take a close-up video of them. You'll see them in a second though, and they'll say bonjour.
I still have French toast coming, but the nice waiter was like, it isn't here yet, it's coming all the way from France. And I was like, sir, you're silly. And he apologized that the food took a while. And I was like, that's totally fine. And he was like, the kitchen's really backed up. And I almost said, so am I. But then I decided not to say that because I don't think anyone has to know that about my clog. So I'm so excited to eat this, girlies. So let's first try the hash browns. I'm literally spitting and salivating. Okay. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. Look how good this looks. Okay, there's still hope. Bobby, this is not what we talked about. We talked about putting flavor first. That's not what I'm getting. Okay, so let me just say, this is not the kitchen's fault. This is not the waiter's fault. They're all wonderful and they're working so hard today, but I don't really like it. I think it's just the recipe. I blame Bobby. These hash browns are fresh and hot. They're not crispy and they don't have that delicious kind of fried hash brown flavor. They just kind of taste like flavorless potatoes. Oh, hello, how are you? Oh, it's so nice. They just kind of taste like bland, flavorless potatoes. And I resent that. There's also like an onion flavor, but not in a good way. Kind of just like an old onion. Like an onion the Grinch probably has stashed away for a midnight snack. So I'm gonna have to give it For hash browns, a 2 out of 10. Usually I devour them. I don't even know if I want any more of them. That's crazy. But I'm so excited about my entree. This is the country biscuit breakfast. It has 1 farm fresh egg on top of the biscuit, crumbled sausage, country gravy, and cheddar cheese. That sounds so good. So it's like, this is a gravy 2.0. So if biscuits and gravy were tech, this would be the new iPhone. You get me? So let's see what it's giving. Oh, it's a very fluffy biscuit. And I did see a sign on the way in that said, biscuits made fresh every day. Is that even possible? That's crazy. That's a lot of work. I don't know. Let's see how it tastes. They're baked fresh every day. They really are.
Oh my god.
I'm so happy. Bob, maybe you are a good person. I look like a golden retriever on his birthday eating a bowl of beef. I have to say, that's some of the best biscuits and gravy I've ever had. You know why? Because too many times biscuits are dry. They're dry. It's a big problem that we need to raise awareness on, but not these. These are maybe the fluffiest biscuits I've ever had. They're so easy to eat. It's almost like the texture of like angel food cake, but in the form of a demon biscuit. Also, we have a jar. I think that they borrowed these from World of Beer. I can still taste the sweat and the musk. Ew. But even though it was super fluffy, it still had that perfect biscuit flavor. Salty, buttery. And then the sausage crumbles tasted really lean, but they still had all that classic strong breakfast sausage flavor. The fennel, the hickory smoke, and the maple syrup fresh from the Canadian tree. It was sweet, tangy, salty, amazing. And the gravy, wow. Just like the biscuit, it was a much lighter gravy, but it still had that country gravy, black pepper, kind of homemade flour flavor that we all love. Listen, I don't like eating flour by itself because of the texture, but also because it could give you salmonella, so be careful. Salmonella enchanted is not to be messed with. But in a gravy, I love that slight flour flavor. It just makes it taste real home cooked. So I have to give that a 10 out of 10. I really am so impressed. But now it's time for the wee-wee. It's time for the French toast. And I don't think he lied when he said that it flew from France, because these are such long, wide pieces of bread. I'm sure that if they flapped, they could fly. Look at this. It is brioche. So they said, we're getting classy. Je m'appelle Wonder Bread.
Whenever you're ready this morning, the
Thank you
hostess will
so
take
much.
you at the front. Have a
Perfect.
great day
Thank
today.
you so much. Have a great day.
You as well. Thank you.
That is the nicest guy ever. Like, there's something about him that is so kind. And when he said the hostess will take you, it reminded me of Ron saying, the queen will take me. When I make my move, then you're free to check the king. No, Ron, no. What is it? He's going to sacrifice himself. No, you can't. That must be another way. Do you want him to get that sailor? Not me. Not Hermione. Yeah. So the hash browns were just a fluke. Everything else slayed me. I really am so proud of my grandfather Bob. Perfect French toast in every way. The brioche, first of all, adds such a butteriness, a slight saltiness, and a fluffiness that I love so much. And when I tell you it was not soggy whatsoever on the inside, it was not. A lot of French toast can be real soggy. I hate that. It disgusts me. Is this a scrub daddy or a French toast? And the flavor was not just like classic French toast. It was like classic French toast with a hint of yellow cake mix. I don't know if that's in the batter or what, but there was a hint of Pillsbury. And I really appreciated that. And it was crispy on the edges. It was perfect. 10 out of 10. I had a great brunch. I'm really full. Coming to the light. That must have made the beast so insecure. Belle was like, oh God, what's wrong with him? It is time to eat the final meal at the final restaurant of the week. We are here at Icon Park because this is where Yard House resides. Yeah, it's not just a yard, it's also a house. I've heard a lot of good things about this place. It looks kind of fancy, so I wore my best attire. I did change my sweater. I feel a little cuter, you know. Instead of a snowman, I look like the big blueberry girl from Willy Wonka, but like make it fierce, right? Like high fashion version. So I'm excited, let's go feast.
This is Yard House. The branding's very simple, minimalistic, and this is the inside of the restaurant. They had all these blue lights that were really cool, and the table was wooden, typical, so it was nice. The menu was huge, it was paper after paper, and I did not feel like reading a book, so I started eating instead. For my 2 appetizers, I got the chicken tortilla soup and the chicken lettuce wraps as well, with fresh wet lettuce.
So I thought this place was gonna be more quaint, more like a Cheesecake Factory or what do you call it? Applebee's. But no, this is more of a Dave & Buster's vibe. It's loud, the lighting's crazy, there's people walking around, food flying everywhere. I'm getting hit in the face with a lettuce. But I kind of like I'm embracing the chaos, okay? And I feel like my sweatshirt really fits the occasion. Staring contest. You always win. I'm gonna poke you in the eye. I'm so excited because I got 2 appetizers once again. They look amazing. Let's first try the chicken tortilla soup. I just got a cup. It smells really good. It has all this like dust on it. But let's see. Huh? Mmm. That's unlike any other chicken tortilla soup I've ever slurped. What in the world? Have you ever had a Cool Ranch Dorito? Was it cold? Right. That seasoning tortilla blend stuff on top tasted like the crumbs at the bottom of a Cool Ranch Dorito bag, but like even saltier. This is overall very salty. This is like a salt cave if it was liquefied instead of mined. That just added so much flavor and a gorgeous crunch. And the soup itself tastes like a homemade chicken queso, but kind of like watered down. It's like more milky and like loose, like a stool. I didn't say that. It was the dog in the yard. He's been saying crazy stuff all day. It's cheesy, it's ooey, it's gooey, and it truly tastes like it was made from scratch. That is one of the best chicken tortilla soups I ever did have. 10 out of 10. Slap my tortilla and call me soup. Try it if you don't mind a mouthful of salt. And now we have the chicken lettuce wraps. I'm excited to try these, but I'm also a little concerned because they do come with tofu. Now, the very nice waitress said, do you want the tofu with it? And I said, do I look like I can't handle fermented soybean? Do I? Is it because I'm... It is. It's because I'm just kidding. I was like, yeah, sure, tofu, for sure. Let's try it. I'm a little concerned about it because my mother, who is wonderful, went through a health kick when I was like 10. And she made us all eat tofu for like a month straight. And I think that was the last time I had it. It was terrible. It was in little cubes and she did not season it. And we ate it with canned beets. I promise she's the best mother in the world. Don't judge her for that. It was 1 month. But it was terrible. Now this is chicken mixed with tofu. So I was thinking maybe I won't be able to taste it that much. We'll see. So I'm going to put some into my lettuce right here. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of this sauce on it. I don't know what these sauces are, but one of them looks like a peanut sauce. I love peanut sauces. There's a bug. Oh my word. Ooh, there's a lot of sauce, sorry. Who am I apologizing to? My gut. I love it. That's delicious. That's really good. You know, I gotta say, the tofu does not have flavor. So I don't know what my mom was adding to it to make it taste like a foot. I don't know, but this didn't taste like anything. They just blended in with the chicken, but it did add a slightly creamy texture to go with the chicken, which was very nice. It was like a creamier lettuce wrap, you know? The chicken tofu blend has a nice kind of teriyaki flavor. There's a strong green onion vibe, a strong ginger vibe. The lettuce is very fresh. I think it's butter lettuce, but I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe it's actually lettuce. I thought it was butter. And then the sauces were fantastic. I think this is sort of like a duck sauce. It's kind of like sweet. And the peanut sauce was a little bit spicy. Put them together, we got a sweet, spicy moment. It's a very refreshing, light appetizer. 9 out of 10. Very good so far. Okay.
For my entree, I got the chicken enchilada stack with 2 kinds of sauces. Are you kidding me?
This is the chicken enchilada stack. I love the shape of it. It somehow makes it look more delicious. It's like a big enchilada hockey puck, and I want to play sports now. It's all good so far. It's all so good so far. So it has corn tortillas, pasilla peppers. Who? Is that Poblano's sister, Pasilla? Jack cheese, pinto beans, sour cream, chipotle, and tomatillo pepper sauces. So it's 2 different sauces. I love that. And fried jalapeno. Let's first try the green side. Oh my. Ooh. Mmm. And the red side. Ah! Mmm. Mmm. Oh my God, it's so good. Is it anything special? No, but it's shaped differently, and so am I.
but it's really delicious. It's really enjoyable. I am loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm in the yard. The corn tortillas are so crispy somehow. Even with the layers of sauce and all that stuff, the edges are really crispy. The chicken on the inside is like charred. Like it tastes like charred, chopped up chicken. And that charred flavor really kind of elevates this. The beans add a heartiness and a heaviness that make it more filling. The cheese adds a richness. And the two sauces, let me tell you. The green one is like a classic tomatillo salsa. It has that cilantro flavor, that strong lime flavor. But the red sauce, I hope the devil doesn't take this as a compliment, but it's my favorite. It's a little spicier. It has a chipotle, pepper, and adobo sauce flavor. If you've never had that, try it. If you like spicy food. I love adobo, lumpia. I ate it every day. Cameron Diaz also loves it. And I just love that there's different sauces in each bite, and it isn't the most special dish, but it tastes really, really good. So I'm really happy with it. I'm gonna give it a strong 9 out of 10. And we still have dessert.
For dessert, I got the cheesecake oh my gosh, brulee.
You've heard of creme brulee, and you've heard of cheesecake, but have you heard of cheesecake brulee? Exactly, me neither. This is a cheesecake creme brulee hybrid mutant dessert. Something that is two different things put together. It sounds unnatural. It sounds like cloning or something, you know, evil. But it looks really good, so I'm so excited. Let's crack it open. Oh, let's try it. Yes, it's very good. I'm surprised, but it's very good. Okay, you know what? It's great. I know I didn't look too pleased, but I think that my brain was expecting something so otherworldly because of the mutation. And when it just tasted like things I've had before, I was like, oh, okay. But it's still quite delicious. It tastes and feels more like a creme brulee than a cheesecake. It's like a creme brulee with a hint of a cream cheese tartness. It is extremely creamy and a lot lighter than a cheesecake. And the flavors just very like custardy. And then the burnt sugar tastes like the burnt sugar that's been filet mignoned with the flame thing. I don't know what Gordon Ramsay calls it. All I know is that he calls me an idiot sandwich, and I deserve it. So it's great, but it's not groundbreaking. So I'm gonna give a nice 7.5 out of 10. Oh my goodness, girlies. The week is over, but I don't want to end the video in this chaos. So we're getting out of here. Let's go.
Ah, what a view. The parking lot smells a little bit like piss, but it doesn't bother me. Girlies, thank you so much for watching. If you watch this whole thing, you are that girly. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. You guys have truly made my whole career possible, and I'm thankful for that every day of my life. Now, what was my favorite restaurant? You know what? I think it was the Bonefish Grill. Truly incredible. And the least favorite, let's just say men. WOB didn't make the cut for me. Sorry. Oh, it's getting cold. Give this video a big thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe. I'll see you next week. I love you so much. Bye, girlies.